So welcome to another episode of My Kansas City Home. I'm so excited this morning. Again, we've been bringing some new talent in to help people around the Kansas City area. I'm so excited to have my buddy boy who's joined our team. And buddy, welcome to our company.
Thanks, Bill.
Yeah.
I'm really excited to be here.
I know Buddy has a lot to share with us because Buddy has some professional skills that he would like to share about. Tell us a little bit about what you're doing now prior to the real estate business joining us.
Yeah, so my career initially started in direct sales. I worked for Cutco Kitchen Products for 12 years. And through that experience, I was able to work with close to 3,000 clients. I managed and trained dozens of offices all around the Kansas City area and Kansas, Nebraska, Iowa, all throughout the Midwest. And so sales is really my background. And then I transitioned into an enterprise software sales enablement role about a year and a half ago, and working with TV commercial advertisers, helping them measure their commercials and get data and analytics on it. So I work with CMOs, CFOs, CEOs, and do sales through that. So
I think that's amazing because, again, I smile when I bring new people into the industry and look at their background and my friend, you've knocked it out of the park. Your first, I think Buddy and I and Rhonda and our whole team have been working with Buddy on one of his first transactions. And ladies and gentlemen, my first transaction I think was $10, maybe 15 or 20. But no, I'm kidding. But Buddy has got the skills, professional skills, and we're so glad that you're using those skills now. You're gonna bring them over to real estate. Let's talk a little bit about your first transaction, just a little bit.
Well, it's not a done deal yet.
It's not a done deal yet.
We're not there
That's
until
true.
we get the last signatures. But we're working on a historic mansion in downtown Kansas City, in the Northeast area district. And actually, my mom grew up in that area, so it's kind of a cool, unique area. But property is high value. It's on the historic register, and so we're working on that. We're a couple weeks into it, in resolution phase right now, and hopefully we can close it out. But
yeah, I mean, it's amazing property, and for your first transaction, my friend, that's pretty nice. And as we continue to move forward on this, then hopefully the next episode we can even go into it and maybe do a tour of it.
Yeah,
that would be kind of cool.
Yeah, that would be cool.
But I think a lot of this, what happens is you have the confidence. The real estate industry may be different for you, but you have the sales confidence, the customer relation confidence. When I watch you and hear you guys, and we have calls that we get on, and the group is there, and then we do role play and people talk back and forth, and they're so much farther ahead than Rhonda and I started off. So they are going to be amazing agents as they continue to grow and continue to learn the real estate business and all that kind of thing. So tell me, you've had your license maybe 2 or 3 months?
Yep.
And so far, how's it been to you? Other than you're tremendously nice. Other than that, tell us a little bit about that.
Well, again, having a background in sales, being really comfortable with being on the phone, and all the various forms of communication, email, written, social, and just general networking. I love going to networking events. I was actually just in Chicago this past week with a media agency doing a networking event. So talking to people is something that I really, enjoy doing, and it comes a lot more naturally for me now these days with all the experience I have to kind of lean on. Yeah. And so I think that's part of the reason why I wanted to get in real estate is it's fun interacting with people. I'm a big fan of watching House Hunters and things like that, and so I figured I could do that. I could represent people, and so it's fun from that aspect. I'm still just kind of working out what avenues I want to focus on and specialize in when it comes to real estate, and so that's something that I've been working through. But this transaction's kind of kept me a little bit more busy than anticipated out of the gates. So
I think it's wonderful. I mean, I think it's amazing. I can see you helping lots of people, and I can see you also being moving forward and coaching and all those kind of things. Because that's your background. That's a little bit about you.
Yeah.
Also, what I also have to share with you, I like about Buddy, he went to the best university in this whole area.
MIZ.
ZOU. So Buddy went to Mizzou, and we always love to have our fellow Tigers be a part of our organization, and it's so fun because every time I see him, I always want to say MIZ, and you know, and of course he says the ZOU back, and so that's a big thing for us. But tell me a little bit about what your plans are for the future. Where do you see this real estate?
Yeah, so initially my main goal when I started in real estate, or the reason why I pursued getting my license, was as a means of education, because I wanted to get involved in real estate investing and just kind of learn the landscape. So that was my initial goal for getting my license. And then through meeting Bill and Rhonda and kind of just, broadening my horizons, just seeing all the opportunity that there is in Kansas City, understanding the market a little bit, not just that I could only work with investors, I could also find properties for myself, but then also I can represent really the best kinds of people, people that, really, that we can give like that extra, customer service to, and that extra experience to. And I love giving people experiences, previous role, and even in my current role, that's something that I do. And so the idea and thought of having somebody that's not from Kansas City come to Kansas City and show them our town, that's something that I really get excited about. I grew up in Kansas City. I was born and raised off 66 and Truce, so right in the heart of the city.
Exactly right,
I remember playing sports all over the city, and everything from Pee Wee football. I remember we practiced out in Grandview, and then I remember doing wrestling in high school, and we'd go to every single high school in the area. We were a smaller school, so we got to be in those real niche type areas. And then my high school, actually went to school in Shawnee Mission, but I lived on the Missouri side, and then obviously going to Mizzou, so I kind of understood everything out east. My favorite uncle lived north of the river. He had a pool, and I remember going to his house and like, this is an incredible house. This is the most amazing thing ever. But just understanding the Northland, and then when I moved and bought my own home, we lived out in Olathe initially, and now we live in the middle of Overland Park. And so I think my knowledge of the entire area is something that I really bring to the table. There's rarely a street or a neighborhood that you can mention that I haven't been in or don't know exactly where that is and what that makeup's like. And that's even before stepping into real estate. So that's what I'm really excited about, is just getting out there, sharing my knowledge of the area with people.
Yeah, I think that's wonderful. You have such a great background. You've been in sports, and now you've been in sales and sales management and sales training. And so you're going to do a tremendous job for people here. And they're going to be calling you, ringing your phone after they figure out how to get a hold of you, which hopefully these shows will allow you to reach back out to folks. We'll make sure that we have their phone numbers and email addresses, I'm sure, on the video, so they can reach back out. So now that you're on our team, you've gotten to talk to the great Rhonda White, my lovely wife, and you met our assistants, and you and Rita kind of came in at the same time. And where do you see your next steps now that you're getting your feet wet in the real estate business? I mean, what do you see some of your next things you would like to accomplish?
Yeah, I mean, specifically within real estate, I'd like to hit my first year goals, which really is, I'm not going to work with a ton of people, but, with the right people, a few transactions every single month is what I'm really targeting, and then hitting some of the goals that EXP gives for first year people to, get some of those extra bonuses and perks. That's definitely something I want to do. And then with that, throughout the process, all the income that I take, reinvesting that back in the real estate to find my own properties and get housing for other people as well. And so that's kind of my short, long-term goal, I'd say, is learning, and then, just getting out there and getting some initial transactions. Aside from that, I could definitely see a future with real estate as far as it replacing, current streams of income and setting up multiple streams of income for myself. And so that's what I'd say. And definitely, of course, being a leader on the team, I think my confidence when it comes to talking to people, scripts, phoning, interaction, I think that's something I can bring to the team as well.
Oh, I think that's awesome. And that's just a part of you. And I think what's really interesting is we recently had an event at KU Edwards campus, and we were fortunate to bring Aaron Novello, a great, fantastic, amazing coach, and his wife to Kansas City, and you got a chance to spend some time with Aaron, maybe even and ask him some questions. Of course, you were at the event. What do you think about what has happened so far, joining our team, but also being a part of the Aaron Novello team?
Yeah, the exposure to Aaron was awesome. There's a lot of people out there that, try to teach real estate skills and whatnot, but Aaron's got like a really great track record, and his teaching's really, really simple. One thing he made it really clear for us as new agents right away was just understanding our scripts and understanding our prospecting. And those are the two things, not getting distracted by all the bells and whistles and everything else. So that kind of gave me a lot of confidence to focus in and hone in on what's most important right now. And then Aaron just brings like a great energy too. If you sit in the room with him for an hour, you're gonna probably want to make a lot of calls after that, or you're gonna want to do something you haven't thought about doing before. And so even me, being somebody who typically motivates others, being motivated by him was really, really cool. Is really cool on an ongoing basis. Just having that kind of exposure and access to somebody. I texted him a week ago about a potential opportunity, and he responded to a text, and that's really cool. Just somebody who's got so much on his plate, really being responsive to people that he's serving. So.
And Aaron is just like that. And Carla, it's fun we had a chance to have both of them in close proximity, obviously at the event, and then we spent some time with her at our house. And it's just fun to watch how they both bring a lot to the table.
Yeah.
And so we're very fortunate to have that access to them, because as they continue to develop their business, they're trying to help us too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, cool. Well, what's next, my friend, other than watch Mizzou win the national championship? No, what's next for you? I mean, you're off to a great start.
Yeah.
You are now part of our team, part of our organization. What do you see next? What would you like to accomplish these next 6 months?
Yeah, so I would say just building my pipeline. I want everybody who knows me to know that I can help them as well. A lot of people know me for my sales background, different colleagues that I worked with in the past and whatnot, but just knowing that I've got this additional opportunity at the table and additional network I can expose them to, I think that's really cool. So just getting my name out there, that I'm not just a sales guy. I can help them with real estate transactions, whether it be buying, selling, investing, etc. That would be the short-term goal, is just exposure, and then from there, you really just seeing where things go.
Yeah. So. Well, I'm excited to watch you grow, and if people want to get a hold of you, I'm sure on our screen we'll post both Buddy's email address, his telephone number. Same thing with Rita as well, so that you guys can reach out to these folks. If you have any questions about real estate, they are, I'm telling you, equipped to answer those questions. And of course, they have the backing of Rhonda and myself and our team, so we can help anybody get. In fact, I can't wait to tell them about the transaction, but I won't talk to them until it's done.
Don't jinx it.
That's right. We don't want to talk to them. But once I tell you guys, you're going to be like, what? Amazed. So. Well, we got some great things coming, and I can't wait to see both Rita and Buddy grow in this business, because they're going to be fantastic and they're going to be great. Thanks. Anything else you'd like to share, my friend?
Nope. Just one day I could take your job, maybe.
That's right. Please.
That'd be
very soon.
That'd be it.
All right. Thank you.